Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2022 with Swansea City still in the beta, and we are now up to second place in the table because since the last episode we've won absolutely everything and we've played really well. So last episode obviously finished with a 3-0 victory against Peterborough. I say we won everything. We lost against Aston Villa, but then we beat Blackburn, Ipswich, Middlesbrough and Millwall. And we only conceded one goal. Joe Worrell should have got a hat-trick against Ipswich as well. He hit the bar right near the end of that one. We obviously beat Middlesbrough 2-0. We beat Millwall 3-0. Michael Obafemi, for some reason, since after January the window closed and nobody wanted to loan him out, he's decided he wants to actually play well for us and he's scoring lots and lots of goals, so he's probably going to start today. And not only are we sat in second place, but there is a huge match taking place in London. It is Palace versus Brentford. It is third versus first. If we win our games and then Palace can beat Brentford, we will be just 1 point off the top of the table. It will also mean that Palace have kind of not closed the gap, but they'll still be 4 points behind us and they might get in the mix. But do we really want to win the title or just get promoted? I want to win the title. The starting lineup then for the Preston game. 23rd place Preston. It's going to be John Stone in goal, Worrell, Fry and Max Kilman at the back. It's going to be Fredericks and Bidwell as the wing-backs with Levitt, Downs, Smallbone in midfield. Obafemi and McBurney will be our strikers. And look at the lines. If we actually just do this very quickly, we're not going to play this. Fernandez and McBurney also have lines between them. We're actually getting connections between players. So we are away from home at Deepdale. I think that's where Preston play in our kind of salmon or orange kit. I'm not quite sure what colour that is. It might be salmon, it might be orange, which is a bit two very different colours. Anyway, we are hopefully going to win here because they are a struggling side. We also need to keep an eye on what's going on at Crystal Palace. It's a goal kick after 16 minutes, and it's a terrible goal kick, but it's good news for us. Jake Bidwell to Downs. McBurney across to Bidwell once again. Two in the box. Both former Southampton men, or one current Southampton man. Obafemi is the man with the volleyed effort straight into the hands of the goalkeeper, and it is carrying on. Come on, get it straight back towards... No. Johnson, intercepted by Fry. That's good. Now Ryan Fredericks. Are we actually going to do a little counter-attack from our counter-attack? Obafemi, back to Joe Worrell, who has scored, I think, 7 goals this season. Fry to Levitt, back to Worrell again. Right-hand side is Fredericks, but instead we're going through the middle, over the top on towards the left-hand side, finds Jake Bidwell, and that is a lovely pass, and Bidwell can just about keep it in. He's crossed it to Obafemi at the back post, and Michael Obafemi's goal-scoring run continues. We have taken the lead after 17 minutes. Obafemi with his 7th goal of the season. I'm kind of glad he didn't go out on loan. You might be wondering, where is Joel Perreault? He's injured for about 3 months, which is not ideal, which is basically the reason why Obafemi got back into the squad. And that's the reason why he's scoring loads of goals. Smallbone, edge of the area, curling effort, and oh my word, that was very close. Almost into the top corner, but it goes over. Keeping an eye on the Palace-Brentford game, it is still 0-0, which I guess could be even better, because it means we extend our lead on Palace and close the gap on Brentford. That's probably what we want to happen. Bidwell with a throw. Brentford have had literally one shot so far, which means it's probably going to be a 2-1 defeat for us. Smallbone crosses in. It's cleared. We need to get it back forward again. Max Kilman, he's going to run forward with the ball. Recently touted as potentially getting in the England squad, if I remember correctly. Downs, back to Bidwell. It's in towards McBurney. He's hit the bar and the ball is not quite cleared. It's cleared now, though. Half-time, it is 1-0. Arguably, it should be more than 1-0. We have just been absolutely dominating Preston, which is good. This is what we really needed. We needed something like this. And I've said it last episode as well, where sometimes we just play really well and we don't score the goals. This is an example of that. But we have got that one goal at the moment. Already at an hour on the clock and no highlights in the second half. We never seem to get any highlights at the start of the second half. Don't do that. Do that one. Substitutions. Right, what are we going to do? Smallbone coming off for Baldanzi. Carlos Fernandez is going to come on for McBurney, and we're going to do Max Kilman for Marco Friedel. We're doing all of our subs. I mean, I feel like I'm one of those people that I will always do subs around the 60th to 70th minute. Most of the time, it's normally all of them. Crystal Palace have just taken the lead. Palace have just taken the lead against Brentford. Benassi in the 74th minute. We've had not had a single highlight here, but elsewhere in London, it is going kind of our way. Is this a free kick for Preston? This is a goal. This is a goal, and this is the equaliser. Dylan Levitt, off the line, kind of. Dylan Levitt might have just saved ourselves 3 points. Why don't we get highlights in the second half? Like, we had chances. We certainly had a few chances. None of them highlight-worthy, apparently. We picked up the 3 points against Preston. we go a little bit closer to the top of the table, but obviously Palace have kind of kept pace with us. I think we're still 4 points clear though. The league table is pretty good reading, isn't it? 1 point off the top of the table. Goal difference-wise, we're going to ignore that because Ivan Toney has scored 29 goals this season. That's a lot of goals. But 1 point off of Brentford, 4 points off of Crystal Palace. I don't know what the... I mean, we can probably see, actually. The average points last season for getting into the playoffs, 81 points is what Blackburn got. So, arguably, I'm not saying this is true, we're not too far away from basically guaranteeing ourselves a playoff spot, which is pretty good. Next up, though, we have got vengeance on our mind. It is Cardiff. We obviously played them earlier on in the season, and we should have won. We should have won the game. Where was it? We ended up losing 2-0, but they weren't very good, but I guess neither were we because we couldn't score a goal. Let's go forward and play the home match against Cardiff. We've made it to the 1st of March, and I just want to mention that I am the proud recipient of the February Manager of the Month. And I think it is the second time we've won it this season because we did win it back in September as well. I mean, 6 games, 100% win ratio. 5 games, 100% win ratio. We know what it takes to win Manager of the Month. Also, Dylan Levitt and Michael Obafemi were 2nd and 3rd place in the Player of the Month. I mean, what's this? Winter is pleased. Who else is getting... Oh, Cameron Congreve is 3rd place for Leyton Orient in League 2. And I assume he's also... Oh, he's Young Player of the Month as well. Good job, Cameron. So, because we are obviously playing a Wales derby, we are the evening kickoff on the 4th of March, and it means that Brentford have already played QPR and beaten them 3-1, which isn't ideal. It means they go once again 4 points clear at the top of the table. We need to keep an eye on Palace, and luckily for us, Palace drew with Norwich, another team that arguably we need to keep an eye on. Reading also drew against Blackpool. So, that's actually not a terrible set of results. If we're just wanting to get promotion, that's probably the ideal set of results there. If we want to win the league, we do need Brentford to start dropping some more points. For the Cardiff City game then, obviously we're at home for this one. It's going to be John Stone in goal, Worrell, Fry and Kilman at the back. Just realised that our 3 defenders, literally 18 months ago, none of them played for Swansea, did they? And we've signed all of them, but that's fine. Ryan Fredericks and Marco Friedel will be the wing-backs. Also, 2 new signings in this save. Dylan Levitt, Downs and Smallbone in midfield. Obafemi and McBurney up front for this one once again. That partnership, there should be a little line there. It should happen soon. Because we lost the last match, I am going to pump fists. And where is it? We owe everyone. This is our chance to exact revenge. There we go. It fired up a lot of people. That's probably one of the best team talks I've done on FM22. And because we're on TV, we get the fancy TV intro, which we very rarely get because we're in the Championship. So I'm going to sit there and watch this. I haven't seen this for a long time. It's exactly the same as what it is on FM21, but it's in FM22 now. Cardiff, annoyingly, are chasing for a playoff spot, so they do want to win this game, not just for Welsh pride, but they do want to win this one for the 3 points as well. We just need to keep winning. We just need to keep our winning ways. We've been doing it very, very well for the last month and a half, ignoring the Aston Villa game. Well, it started off pretty well. 5 shots, 3 on target, but not a highlight to talk about. Cardiff have had a shot, but it was off target. And I feel like it's going to be one of those games where we don't get any highlights at all, or maybe not. Ryan Fredericks with the throw to Dylan Levitt, forward towards Obafemi, and he does get the ball. Is he going to manage to get his cross in? He's played it on the ground to Ryan Fredericks. Back to Michael Obafemi. Only 2 in the box. Dylan Levitt outside the area. And Dylan Levitt with an absolute wallop of a shot. 7th goal of the season. 27 minutes on the clock. 1-0 up against Cardiff. Let's just not balls this up. Let's put 5 or 6 past them. Let's embarrass Cardiff. I realised the moment I said that, probably what's going to happen is the game's going to realise I've said that. And we're going to lose 3-1 in the second half. But, for the moment, Cardiff aren't even having any shots. And we're not having many good ones, but we've got one good one at the very least, which has obviously resulted in a goal. Half-time it is 1-0. You've been doing well. There is room for improvement. I'm thinking McBurney might be coming off sooner rather than later. Dale Fry is also on a 6-6, but then again, he is that central defensive member of the 3, so possibly that could be why. Just before the hour mark, Friedel's corner comes in. It's cleared by Robson Kanu. Fry to Smallbone on the volley, and he's dinked the top of the bar. That would have been a cracking effort from the Southampton loanee. We are going to do this, I was going to say Obafemi change. It's not, it's McBurney change. Fernandez is going to be coming on. Fredericks for Dujon Sterling as well. Sterling, he's been up and down. Let's say up and down. He made his debut against Villa and was awful. Friedel with a curling free kick. Phillips with a good save. It's going to be a corner. Sterling played against Villa, got injured in the next match, played the next match and got a 7.5 rating or something stupid. So he's good occasionally. Corner comes in, Worrell doesn't get there. Smallbone outside the area, back to Marco Friedel. He's crossed it without even controlling it there. That was optimistic, Marco. It was a good ball as well. I just want to get one more goal. And then it'll be 2-0 victory against Cardiff. It equals out what happened back in Cardiff as well. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. We've got Max Kilman with a free kick just inside the Cardiff half. We're down to Downs. Fry, back to Downs, forward to Dylan Levitt, the goal scorer. Over the top, Carlos Fernandez into the penalty area. He goes for goal and he's hit it just wide. That could have been just his second goal, I think, since signing a permanent deal at the club. We've got one more sub to do. We're going to take off Flynn Downs because he's not playing amazingly bad, but he's playing the worst out of the midfielders. So we're going to bring on Ncham for the final 10 minutes. Phillips' goal kick, 7 minutes left to play. Over the halfway line, it's Max Kilman. Sensible header back to the goalkeeper. Sterling's on the right, loads and loads of space, but probably Marco Friedel is on the left as well. Forward to Fernandez. I want to see Carlos score another goal. Over the top to Obafemi. Is he going to do it again? He's a bit too wide at the moment. Dujon Sterling's behind him. Does use the loanee. Can he whip the cross in? 3 in the box. Smallbone's one of them. And Will Smallbone gets his 9th goal of the season. It's against Cardiff. It is 2-0. We've only got about 6 minutes left to play. That's game over. 2-0 then. Great result. Great performance. Arguably, should have scored more, shouldn't we? With an XG of 2.29, an assist as well for Michael Obafemi. So he didn't score in this one, but he did get basically a little helping hand in one of the goals. Dujon Sterling as well with an assist as well for Will Smallbone. Sterling, 7.6. He's a good player, occasionally. That was also Michael Obafemi's 60th league game for Swansea. Has he genuinely played that many? I don't feel like he hasn't played too many this season. He played 40 last season, 20 this season. Most of them have actually been off the bench. But we've had to pay Southampton £250,000, which, to be fair, he scored a lot of goals for us. I'm okay with that. With 11 games left, we are 6 points clear into the automatic promotion spots, which is actually probably pretty good. Better than what I expected. Still, obviously, a lot of football to play. Brentford, 1 point clear of us at the top of the table. Next episode is going to be a big episode, and I'm sorry, Charlton fans, you're kind of in the middle of this one. On the 18th of March, we will be playing Reading at home. 4th place Reading. Very, very big and important match. We've then got Charlton, which we're probably not going to do on camera, and then we play Brentford. Next episode is going to be absolutely massive. We've also got Forest and Barnsley in between, which are hopefully 2 more victories. And then, yeah, the big ones. The very, very big ones. I feel like you can't even see. It's definitely Brentford. It's definitely Brentford that you can see up there. And then, the final episode of Season 2, we've got a lot of big, big teams to play. Norwich, Stoke, and Crystal Palace as the final 3 games of the season. So the final episode of Season 2 could be a bumper episode and be vitally important to win all 3 games. We've gone forward a couple more days, and we've just beaten Nottingham Forest 3-1. Key matches, Reading drawing with Brentford, which means, as you can see on the right-hand side, we are top of the Championship once again, 1 point clear of Brentford. We are 8 points clear of Crystal Palace. We are looking, odds on in my opinion, to at the very least get automatic promotion. We have got to make sure that we don't balls it up when we play Brentford in the next episode. But that is going to do it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. Hit the subscribe button if you are new to the channel. And I'll be back for probably the biggest episode in our Swansea save tomorrow. Thanks for watching.